start out with a primer. The one I'm using today is from Maybelline. This is the Master Prime by ABH. This is a primer and a base, and it's supposed to blur and smooth your skin. The foundation I'm using is this new one from NARS, and the shade they matched me with was Punjab, and to apply that I'm using my beauty sponge. And right here I was just pointing out my pimple to see how well this foundation will cover it, because this is my first time using this foundation. To fill in my eyebrows, I'm going to be using a black gel liner, and I already know what you guys are thinking, but if you watch my older videos you would see that I would always use a black gel liner. It worked for me back then and it still works for me now. I kind of miss using that. So when I use the gel liner, I don't really press it hard. I just do light strokes to kind of give it a more of a grayish color. I'm going to prime my eyes using MAC's Paintpot and Painterly, and to apply that I'm using my G17 brush from Morphe. The first eyeshadow I'm going to use is from Geek, and this one's called Creme Brulee, and to apply that I'm using my 224 blending brush from MAC, and I'm just going to apply this all over my crease. Next, I'm going to use this brown foil eyeliner from Milani, and I am so obsessed with this. I was going to call it eyeshadow. I guess you can still use it as an eyeshadow. It comes with a little brush to line your eyes, but for this look, I'm just going to apply it as my base. And then I'm going to blend any harsh lines with my 217 brush from MAC. The next eyeshadow I'm going to use is from Geek, and this one is called Bitten, and I'm going to be applying this on my crease using that same 217 brush from MAC. The last thing I'm going to do is apply some loose pigment, and this one's also from Geek, and this one's called Utopia, and I'm going to be applying this with my fingers. Next, I'm going to line my eyes with a felt tip eyeliner from Eyeko. I wish I had the NYC liquid liner for this look, but mine is all dried out, so whenever you're working with glitter, it's best to use a liquid liner. I'm going to apply some mascara. The one I'm using is from Loreal. This is the Voluminous mascara in Carbon Black. The eyelashes I'm using are from Kiss. These are my all-time favorite drugstore lashes, and these ones are in the number 11. And now time for concealer. The one I'm using is from LA Girl Cosmetics, and this one is in the shade Creamy Beige, and then I'm going to blend this with my damp beauty blender. I'm going to set the concealer with the banana shade from the ABH Contour Kit, and the brush I'm using is the G8 brush from Morphe. I forgot to add a clip of the eyeshadow here, but I'm using Geek's Shimma Shimma eyeshadow to highlight the inner corners of my eyes. Like always, I'm going to be using my Mineralized Skin Finish powder to set my foundation, and this one is in the shade Medium Dark, and to apply that I'm using my big powder brush from Sigma. This is the F30 brush. The blush I'm using is from MAC. This one's called Harmony, and to apply that I'm using my angled brush from Coastal Scents. I decided to use another blush, and this one is from the blush palette from Morphe. And now I'm going to highlight my cheeks using Opal from Becca, and to apply that I'm using this big fan brush from a brand called Bring Out Features. I'm lining my lips with a lip liner from MAC. This one's called Stripdown. Over the lip liner, I'm going to be using my favorite matte nude lipstick from MAC, and this one's called Myth. The last thing I'm going to put on my lips is a lip gloss from Alexa Persico, and this one is in the shade Pink Lace. Now I'm going to take that brown foil eyeliner. I'm going to be applying that under my lower lash using that eyeliner brush that came with it. this is it for this look. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. I'll talk to you guys later.